Good day, traders. This is Rick with your Futures Trading Coach after market update for the live trading alert call room. Today's Thursday, January 7th. I'm going to let you guys know what we did today. We had two in the end. Well, we had one in the NQ, one in the ES, and one in gold. There was a little bit of discrepancy with one of the trades, and so I'll run through that for you guys really quick. We had a gold trade, made about $400 a contract up to. Of course, you're not going to get that on all your contracts, but I called an understanding trade short on the after the 942 candle, 1911.70, 1911 and 70 cents. That trade went down over $400 a contract, 40 ticks. I told everybody it was crucial once they got negative, which was at about the 30 tick mark. I said that it was crucial that they stayed negative, that buyers were going to come in here and sense the panic because they don't want to keep this negative. Didn't know it was going to be that big of a candle, of course, but we were cautious there. Most of our contracts or everybody was out at that key level. Now in the NASDAQ, we had a monster in the NASDAQ. We call the power play in the NASDAQ on the 957 candle, 12.811, and that sucker just went all the way up. I mean, it was 100 ticks just on the first candle, and it never really looked back from there. And we had targets all the way up. In fact, we were going off of ES targets as well, because the NASDAQ hadn't made a new high yet, but the ES was, and I mean, this thing went a sick amount, but it went from 810, over 400 ticks. But again, not everybody got all the way up here. Most people didn't. But you basically took whatever you wanted out of that. Again, went 100 ticks just on the first candle. And then you see here follow through after that up to it was actually an ES level that kind of paused this, and then it continued up to the next level. And but we talked about that in the room. And then we took a ZL trade at 86. The trade went up to 40 ticks. Boom, right there. That was another winner. Never took any heat. Filled to the tick. And the only other thing that we did do was I called the trade in the ES. I had my ES chart up. Okay. When this candle closed, I called 96 short. Okay. And this was after the 1127 candle. I called 96 short. The problem is I made a mistake. I had my ES chart up. We were looking at this. I unfortunately said the NASDAQ. Now, in the NASDAQ, if you look at where this thing was, it was above 96. So I called it before the candle closed. So it was coming up here. It's possible somebody got in here and, they would have been taken out up here. This is not one that we add to or anything like that, but it would have just been a stop out. I didn't realize there was a few people that said they were in it. Most people were in the ES, but it is possible that someone took a stop on the NASDAQ because I made that mistake and error. But those of us who were in the ES, you can clearly see that made money, 96. Made 2-3 points, nothing to write home about, but we did get a monster long, and we got a nice one in gold, and then we got another one in the NASDAQ there. So that's what we did today. Full transparency, full disclosure. We're going to come back tomorrow and do it all over again. Check out our free trial, www.futurestradingcoach.com. We'll see everybody back tomorrow. Bye-bye.